Hardleg and his friends, they're gonna play a lot of games. It's Legsplay.
And welcome back to Trashcan Night.
Yeah.
Every time I think I got it, and then I don't.
Welcome to the smooth jazz of CB Radio.
I'm Hardleg Joe here with
Bootleg Drew.
But yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
He was going to tell us about Trashcan Night if you missed the last time,
If you missed last episode,
which was his crude
Not politically right.
fraternity bro story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I used to be a part of a fraternity, or I'm still a part of it. So I'm a part of a fraternity, and I used to go to Bradley University. So if people want to look us up and to talk about things.
Comment in the comment if you're a Bradley person.
Come find me.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah, come at me, bro. But so if anyone doesn't know, we used to make what's called Trashcan Punch. For those of you who don't know what Trashcan Punch is,
I can already guess.
it's where you take a large container. It doesn't have to be. It used to be tradition to use a large metal trash can. It can be any large metal container, and you put every known liquor to man inside of it. Here's the trick, though: to keep yourself from getting too drunk, you cut it in with about half, maybe a third of water.
You water it down.
Yeah, you water it down, literally. You water it down.
You depression age
we
that
put
shit.
the guy, and this should already be a cue. We put our brother Rooster in charge of the trash can punch.
Anybody named Rooster already has a problem.
I don't trust nobody named No Rooster.
Yeah, so Rooster, one of my favorite brothers, but so Rooster's making the trash can punch, and it is the best trash can punch I've ever had.
Oh, that's what I get for not trusting Rooster.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, but it's too good. The house gets wrecked. Everybody in the house blacks out. I kid you not, like everyone in the house.
We get a hangover night?
Oh, basically. So
Does
the last
Did you
thing-
wake up and you're like, dude, where's my car?
No.
do you
let
wake
me-
up and Zach
let me-
Galifianakis is in your house? You're just like, what the fuck?
Let me finish my story.
Sorry,
and I will
sorry.
explain to you guys what happened.
We
What
wanted
movie
audience-
references.
But audience participation.
Audience participation is possibly one of the worst things to me as an entertainer, but whatever. Let's continue, move on. So, trash can punch. The last thing I remember was going out drunkenly to get some bocce's, which is the local pizza place, where you could
Okay.
get, for $5, get a pizza slice the size of your arm. I'm not exaggerating. And so I was like, I'm gonna get some bocce's. Next thing I know, I'm waking up literally in the bushes outside of our house, with the window that next to me broken. I'm like, okay, must have been an interesting night. I go in, the house is destroyed. There's holes in the wall. Paintings have been like cut down, or either the glass is broken. Doors are off their hinges. There's literally, when I go back outside, one of the couches is sticking outside of our roof.
This is what we get for trusting Rooster.
Yes, exactly. So, drunk, slowly, hungover, a mob, all the brothers go into Rooster's room. And we're like, Rooster, what the fuck did you put in that trash can punch? And he's like, oh, some vodka, some Jim Beam, some, Everclear, some this, that. And we're like, all right, that's
Everclear?
bad. Yeah, that's bad, but that's not the worst of it. Okay, what else did you put in? He goes, a couple uppers. And we're like, Rooster, why?
What?
He's like,
No.
I was like, I could still forgive. I was calming the people down. And then the president's like, all right, that's still somewhat forgivable. Did you cut it? He goes, what? He goes, did you cut it? Did you water it down?
1 second. We got a bootleg mace.
What?
Yes.
Yes!
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So he goes, oh, no. I put it in with, I put in Natty Light. That's basically water, right?
I don't even drink and I get that.
So we all start yelling at him about how it's not.
And then you realize you're hungover and that's not a good idea.
And so we're all like, our heads. And so we start slowly collecting stories over the next semester of what happened on what we call Trash Can Night.
Okay.
And so, oh my
Ooh.
god, that's beautiful.
It covers his whole
Your
arm.
Look at how manly that is. I'm gonna club some people tonight, I'll tell you that much.
Nope. We're going to catch one of these Novas.
God damn it. But one of my favorite stories that we collected was how the couch got in the roof. So apparently,
Oh, now I have a mild story. Go ahead.
because, so to explain, we have 3 floors in our house and then an attic. So to get the couch into the roof, we need to take it first into the attic and then propel it out of the roof. Or onto the roof. So, but when I checked, last I remember, and remember I was very hungover, there was no hole in the 3rd floor roof, so there was no way to, so we had to gently put it in the attic first.
Mm-hmm.
So.
These are drunk men. Gently is not in their repertoire.
No. So that's when I checked the closet to the opening where, you pull down. That was gone. There was a big old hole there. So what I learned was that our Vince, Swanee, and Kolakowski had all decided that they wanted to put a couch on the roof.
You're just throwing out names there, even though...
Sorry, you don't know any of these people, but they're good people.
Okay. I'm just saying, would they want to be on a thing? They're getting mentioned by, 100 plus people?
They're nicknames.
Okay.
They're not actually their names.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'm using only... Rooster, that's not a real fucking name.
I know, but I hear
I'm naming my kid
Kolakowski.
Rooster after this.
Oh, we got one!
I got one, yeah!
Kolakowski sounds like someone's last name that's not very common.
Yeah.
No, it's just... Yeah, no, it's a nickname because his actual name's similar, but it's not the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but so anyway, so they all decided that they wanted to sit on the roof when they're blackout drunk, but they were like, "No, we can't just sit on the roof. We need the couch." And there's a nice big leather couch in our 3rd floor main area, and so apparently they had taken it and they were gonna put it on the roof. But of course, they open up the door, and they're like, yeah, it'll fit. It's a door that can barely fit like a human. And so they start shoving it up there. And they're like, nah, this won't work. What we also have in that room is all the tools we use to renovate the house.
Oh no.
So, they had taken a crowbar.
This can only end in tears.
And a couple other items and started breaking down. And so they're
gonna do some extreme renovating.
So they renovate it, then they shove it up there. 3 grown men, throw the couch in there, and there's a big old crash, and people.
It's okay. We'll flip the house later.
Yeah, exactly.
For twice as much.
So then they climb up, barely. Somehow they get up there, and then they find the problem of that there is no opening to the roof.
Yeah, they're in the attic.
Yeah,
but
they're in the attic. So of course, what they do, and this is completely true, is that they take the sledge, they break the roof, just enough so they get the couch through. They start pushing it through, and Swanee passes out. And so, in the middle of that, he passes out. So Golakowski and Vince have to, take him and, take care of him. So they just leave the couch there and forget about it. Half outside of our roof.
Just sticking halfway out of the house through a hole they built in the roof.
Reportedly, and this is the part I don't know if it's true, they all jumped down from the hole they created and somehow safely got Swanee to his room, but I don't think that's how it happened.
They're not superheroes.
Yeah, no, so I think
they might be.
So I think they all stumbled and fell, because I remember waking up and Koala's still there.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's one of the many stories from Trashcan Night.
What happened to you and your pizza?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
did you ever get the pizza?
So
tune in next time. No, wait. No.
So this is what reportedly happened during my part of
Reportedly.
Trashcan. Yeah. This is all reports I got, because remember, everyone blacked out. I kid you not. So what I've gotten reports of from friends that were outside of the house was that I had made it to Bocce's, but I had lost my shirt. So
did you ever find it?
No. So between...
He has a history of losing his shirt.
I kid you not. So, between Bocce's and the house, it's about a 10-minute walk. So in the span of 10 minutes, I lose my shirt.
Aliens.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, aliens.
So I lose my shirt. And so I'm standing at Bocce's shirtless, and the guy's saying, hey, dude, can you leave? We don't serve people without shirts. And I'm joining nah, it's cool, man. It's cool. I just got the $5 so you can give me my pizza and I'll get right out. He goes, no, sir, I can't serve you. I'm like, oh, that's bogus. Here. I hand it to a random stranger. Can you buy me a slice of pepperoni?
You
Oh,
almost
sorry.
knocked me out of the
Sorry,
table.
I didn't mean to. I was like, can you buy me a slice of pepperoni? He's like, sure. So I'm like, oh, cool. I go outside. The dude buys me the slice with the $5. But I got distracted because I saw that the cops were there. And the cops had pulled up. And apparently, in my drunken state, realized that I was of age. Or didn't realize I was of age. And so I was like, oh, crap. They're gonna see I'm drunk and shirtless. And so they reportedly see me just drunkenly stumble into the night.
Granted, being drunk in public is a felony. Well, not a felony, but it is a minor misdemeanor.
So I start running into the night. So I never got my Bocce's pizza. But I start running into
You ordered it, but you didn't get it.
Yeah, I didn't get it. So
I think that's the
comment in the comment to give Bootleg his Bocce's pizza.
So I
What is that supposed to be?
I don't know. It's a drunken thing. We're on Drunken Stories.
So I'm running across campus, and I run into Steven. Or sorry, I should use his nickname. So I run into Stevie. And
Bob. I should use his nickname. Robert.
It's the least creative one we have.
Yeah. It's fine though, because it's like no one's gonna like. Stevie could be literally, oh hey, the floor is lava.
Oh shit. There's some voice acting. Hardleg no good. Lava's blocking our way. It's totally uncool. We can't go any further.
Ooh, I played this game when I was a kid in the caves. Hardleg, we can use this. We can climb this and get across.
Melts underneath her. She dies. Like, oh, we're out of party member.
Wait, CB Radio. Don't you go by yourself. It's totally uncool.
How is she doing this?
I can control rocks telepathically. Whoa, wee, this is awesome. Lava boat ride.
Hardleg, it looks like there's no other way.
We could just go back and wait for the thing to collapse. I'm sure whoever's like trying to destroy things, it'll collapse on top of them and kill them.
Okay, so I run into Stevie, and he's like, "Dude, you're shirtless. You need to go back to the house and get a shirt." And so I'm like, "Okay, sounds good." And drunk. So he like walks me back, but then I remember
the drunk leading the drunk.
Yeah, the drunk leading the drunk. So then, from one of my friends who was passing by, told me that he had run into us, and I had apparently forgotten that I had an art project due, or I just suddenly remembered I had an art project due because I was in an art class at the time, and so I was like, I gotta turn it in. It's not even done. It's not even done, but I had to turn it in at that moment, and so I'm like, we gotta get to the house, get my project, and get into the room. And they're like, no, Drew, it's closed. It's like 1 a.m. What the fuck is that?
There's a fucking minotaur. Looks like.
Shit. It's a polytar.
Yeah, it was gonna be like a
He's
quarter
punching
tar.
rocks. This is like Resident Evil 5 all over again.
Chris fuck Boulders Redfield.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. That's not that interesting to me.
Okay, during this fight, that
There's straight up lava. Wesker's gonna show up. Minotaur just punching rocks. Lava dragons!
Whoa!
I want to catch the lava dragons.
They're lava worms.
No one can hear you up there, Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon.
They're lava worms. Oh, my legs hurt.
You got to move those feet.
Yeah, you gotta move.
Everybody, move your feet and be united. Whoa!
Okay, so for those of you who are still keeping track and not bored out of your minds, because this is the least interesting one, I had run back to the house to get my art project. Apparently, ran in so hard that I hit the window, broke through it. Like, there's a bush, and then there's the first floor window. I ran into the bush, hit the window, crashed through.
Damn.
That seems a bit warm.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then like broke it, and then I fell into the room. And so there was no one in there, but I apparently drunkenly, and I can find the note and like send it to you guys as like a picture. But I had wrote them a note.
You still have the note?
Yeah, I still have the note where I drunkenly wrote, and I believe I was trying to say, "Owe you a new window," but I said, "Owned your window, bro." So I then taped it to their bed. And so then I walk out and apparently forget about my art project, vomit, and stumble into the bushes and pass out. Ergo, I wake up the next day.
Like
in
my
the
prom
bushes.
night.
I didn't go to prom.
Neither did I.
But yeah, so if you'd like to hear more tales from Trashcan Night, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
If you're completely repulsed by me and all my actions and no longer want me to be on Legsplay, also comment, because obviously I'm a terrible person.
No. Apparently Rooster's the terrible person who's like, I'm gonna throw some uppers in this.
Let's just destroy everyone's night. I mean, it sounds like it would make a funny movie.
Yeah.
It definitely would.
You just need to compile all these stories
Yeah.
in a more I think, like, if you had planned it out a little bit more. A
Yeah.
little bit about your execution. Or maybe
Yeah.
it's just I'm distracted by the fucking fire snakes.
and the slow motion fight.
Yeah.
And the beating down they give you, though, man. 400 damage?
Yeah, but you're really weak.
But that's still 400
You were
damage.
already, yeah. That's
Come
like
on,
how
come
much
on, damn
damage
it.
we do. It's okay, Bootleg still has a chance. He has the highest magic, too.
Smash him into face!
Plus, fire's weak against lightning, right?
Yeah.
I think that's how that works.
I'll give you the lightning tickle.
Nice. Head splitter, do it!
Ooh, right in the head! That's the most of them.
Come on,
Magic,
come on.
magic,
Oh.
magic.
I saw them getting up,
Yeah,
and I thought it was the thing,
excited.
but it wasn't the thing.
Nah.
A sad state of affairs.
Oh, crap.
And of course, it's going after CB.
But yeah, any of you other gents got any wacky stories?
Any wacky stories?
Wacky stories.
Because
I mean-
apparently mine are all, like I could go on, but I feel like again, like I don't want to bore the audience with stories that they
Bro,
can't relate to.
you know-
Well, plus, I mean, there's a huge Minotaur, so I think we're about
Yeah.
to get into something.
Yeah.
Also,
Although if we don't, I have a funny story from a float trip I went on as a kid, where it was like, my family went on this trip. We were camping, and then we're like, oh, they have this thing where they'll get in a bus and they'll drive you like
Right.
4 miles down the river, and then you float back to the camp
Right.
spot. And it was like, we shared the bus. It was me and my family's group, and then it was also like a bunch of spring breaker party teens.
Oh, okay.
And-
Damn.
And halfway through the thing, they stopped and got completely wasted. And then it was like some sort of weird artsy film where like all these people like drunken, like I'm like 10, 12, and my parents are like floating in a raft. They're like, just enjoy it. And me and my brother and my cousins are like, no, we're racing back to the camp spot. We're gonna be a rocket-powered bullet canoe. And meanwhile, we're like floating down the river, and there's people like canoeing backwards. There's like people who have latched like 8 rafts together and are having like a party that seems like it's been going on for days. And the best part is like there's these people. They're in a canoe. They're going straight forward. We're like, oh, look at these people. They're straight up like rocket-powered bullet canoe, just like us. They look so focused, and then they just hard right turn into a tree, hit the tree, hole in the canoe. Canoe
Keep
starts
going.
sinking. They still paddle. They are paddling. They are not going anywhere. We're like, what is this strange madhouse we've wandered into?
That sounds.
But anyway,
I don't have crazy people that
What?
I know.
Zan.
we'll have enough drunk stories.
Yeah.
Next time, Zane and his crazy Minotaur are going to get fought. Going to
Oh,
be fighting.
yeah, it's gonna
We're
be
going to
good.
fight some people.
Oh, why don't I have any good stories?
That's not a good story.
No, that's not a good story. The point of Trash Can Night is not, oh, they're good stories. It's, why is humanity like this?
Comment in the comments if you comment in the comments. Comment in the comments if you comment in the comments. If you like these guys, please subscribe. Comments.